How's everyone today? So, I'm Professor Jahsun of Os Malandros de Toro, and today is our second day of class, and we're going to be talking about the philosophy of Capoeira in the form of Esquiva. So we're going to talk about some of the major Esquivas today. Esquiva is a word in Portuguese that basically means escape. So, philosophically, a capoeira is not a person that's gonna block a punch or block a sword, anything like that. They're not gonna do that. They're going to get out of the way. That's the whole idea of capoeira, is to escape, to evade, to be elusive. And esquive is just that. Now, why? Why is it that capoeiras don't show their power? They don't block punches. They don't block knife attacks or razor attacks. The reason is because this art form came from African people who fought for their liberation, particularly in Brazil. There's a famous place where African people who were enslaved and they got themselves out of slavery by liberating themselves. This place is known as Palmares. So in Palmares, they formed these quilombos, these war groups. And what would happen is these African people strategized ways to defend themselves and maintain their way of life and culture and defend themselves against the power structure that was oppressing them. And in terms of doing this, many of them didn't have the same kind of weapons that the Portuguese had. So when I say they didn't have the same kind of weapons, for example, a capoeira fought in a very interesting way. They fought in a way to negate the energy of their enemy. I'll give you an example. Capoeiras don't block punches, they don't block kicks because oftentimes those punches and kicks were attached to swords, or swords were attached to them, or spears, knives, javelins, machetes. So you don't want to block a machete with your fist. You don't want to block a razor blade with the inside of your arm because it's going to harm you. So the best way to do it is to negate the energy. If there's an explosion in Nashville, sorry that happened, but if there's an explosion there, did it affect you here in California? No. Why? Because you weren't there. The same philosophy applies to capoeira. When the punch came, did you get hit? No. Why? Because I wasn't there. Esquive is basically escape. The whole point is to evade the energy that is aimed either to your head or to your midsection. So you shade off the angle. The second movement that we'll show today will be queda de quatro. Queda de quatro is a move that basically means fall on all fours. And it looks like a crab move, and we'll go from queda de quatro into rolê. Rolê will be basically basically a 4-step process, because I want you to look at how I move. The first 2 movements of rolê, I want you to watch how I jole. So we'll do that. Queda de cuatro into ole. Next will be the movement called Cucurinha, and Cucurinha Cucurinha basically means little coconut. And last but not least, we will do a movement called Resistencia. Okay? So we'll look at all of these movements and analyze how important they are in terms of escape. And escape is so very important because in capoeira we don't block. We don't fight force for force. The whole point is to move out of the way. So this week, what I would like for you guys to do is think of ways that you can evade problems. Because the esquive doesn't always have to mean a punch, a kick, a knife. Sometimes it can be an insult. How do you escape insult? Someone says an insult, is that your key to fight them? Not all the time. Sometimes you just might smile and walk away. You know, those are some of the tools that you have to learn as capoeira, because the biggest thing is to remove your ego from the situation. Remove your pride and say, because that will help you to move beyond the negative situation and assess what really is a negative situation that needs your attention in terms of fighting back and what is lightweight. So may all your problems be lightweight this week. I'll see you. Ashe. Now, this movement is called Esquiva, to escape. As you notice, my body is moving out of the way and back at an angle. Esquiva. I extend my leg and I step. If there is something coming towards my head on the right side or either on the left, I'm able to get out of the way because I move my head and twist my torso. So I'm moving out of the way. That's the movement when I go a little deeper and extend. Esquiva. Now, let's look at it from the side. Esquiva. I'm going to the side and back. Side and back. Esquiva. Esquiva. So when you're doing your esquiva, you can go a little bit deeper in order to adjust your body to move out of the way of the attack. Esquiva while standing. Now let's see if we can go deep into the esquiva. This movement is Queda de Cuatro, and we are going into Jole. Queda de Cuatro, Jole. As you see, I'm taking a step-by-step process into my Ole. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I step back. Queda de Cuatro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The jole is very important because the weakest part of your movement is entering the movement and exiting. So as you see, as I'm doing my rolê out of Quatro, you see my arm is protecting my head right there, just in case anyone wants to take a shot at my head as I'm coming out. Quatro, all four. Rolê, and let's see it from the back. Quatro. Rolê. When you rolê, you want to reach over your chest. Rolê, reach over the chest. Don't swing the hand out. Reach over your chest or reach across your chest. Okay. Don't swing it up. All right, now this is Cucurinha. Cucurinha. Every time I Cucurinha, you notice I'm still in the ginga. All I do is pivot my feet, on the balls of my feet, as I pivot and back into the ginga. Ginga, Cucurinha, back into ginga. Ginga, Cucurinha, ginga. Now from the side. See, Cucurinha, back into ginga. The ginga is very important. You notice the ginga is like the glue that puts the Cucurinha together. And it's important to remain very light on the feet so that you can pivot and turn the body. This is very effective if there's an attack coming from your head. You want the back of your head to be towards the attack coming, and your head is turned facing whoever is attacking you. All right, now this is resistência. Resistência. Once again, balls of the feet and descend. Slide, ball, descend. And you want to lower that elbow so that you are protected. That front elbow, that front knee are bent, so that all of your points, all of the vital points of your body are sealed off. Resistência. Resistência. From the side. Resistência. You want to go up on the balls of those feet and then descend. This is very effective if you are trying to escape in a very limited amount of space. My master always taught me that you can do capoeira in a phone booth. If you can do capoeira in a phone booth, then you have it. Descend. Remain on your balls of your feet. Slide and balls. And once again, you can see my ginga throughout. My ginga is the glue.